Okay, so today I think I'm going to offer is a practice with all of those parts to it, focused on the lungs and kidneys. These work together to kind of support the beginnings of things, because the lungs letting go and then the kidneys water bringing new life into things. So let us begin with the opening, where we open up the joints. And I don't want you to think that this isn't about stretching. It's just about creating enough space to kind of wet all the joints, in a sense. So we drop the chin down, and we're going to draw big circles. And yesterday, again, one thing I talked about, other direction, was the different kind of parts of the body. So we'll work with that when we're shaking a bit. So let's bring our head up, and we'll move into the shoulders and open the shoulder joints. And then other direction. And you can do this for longer. So this is a expedited practice, I guess we say. Let's open up our elbows and circling, and then other direction. You could think of a prescription of a number, like we're going to do this 5 times each direction, 3 or 9, other direction, and I'm kind of skirting around with the 5. Okay, and then flick your fingers and let the fingertips and the palm of your hand open. Those points at the palm of the hand allow bone points. We transmit and receive energy. Okay, so let's move into our waistline and our torso, and just going to swing our arms and keep your feet grounded so the heels are not coming up, and really feeling a connection to the earth. You could even visualize beautiful roots diving down, grounding into the very center of the earth. Your back hands are tapping your kidneys. Big deep breaths, breathing into the lower belly. And then let's touch upon the lungs. So we're going to just tap above the breast and on the rib side body ribs. You can visualize every time you take a deep breath in, beautiful luminous light coming in, pouring in. I might not have mentioned that silver light. Silver is connected, or white light, luminous light, to the lungs. And then let your arms sweep again towards the kidneys. And then just let that pour down to pausing in the center. We're going to take our hands on our hips, circling those hips very softly, just opening up those hip joints, other direction, 3 times. And then stepping the feet together, sliding the hands so that they're covering the knees. These warm, the warmth and the energy from the hands going into the knees. And we'll circle the knees and work with those ankles rolling a little bit and opening up the soles of the feet onto the floor. Other direction. All right, beautiful. And so we've opened up. Shake those legs out a little bit. And there are many different variations of shaking, but even dancing is shaking it up. So any way you want to move, I'm going to keep my feet on the floor so I don't make a bunch of noise. And I'm just going to start bouncing on my knees and just allowing my arms to let go. Sometimes we hold on to tension that we don't realize we're holding on to, especially in our neck and shoulders. Start shaking, and that hump is really helpful. Swaying side to side, so you bring the energy into one side of your body, then the other, feeling it in the back body or in the front. So we can think about our muscles as a component to this form that embodies energy, animates energy. So shaking the muscles of the body. We can go into that microcosmic, we're shaking the cells that make up the muscles in our body. We also have the the cardiovascular system, the blood in our body. Can we shake the blood in the body and recognize, connect that breath and the oxygen entering the blood, moving through, the blood transports oxygen, blood transports qi. We have the bones of our body. Feel the structure of that skeleton within, and the bones are alive. There's marrow in the bones that creates like the roots of our existence, or the stem cells with all the information that makes us up. We're made up. And then we also have the nervous system, so thinking of that brain and our body connecting through electrical impulses, getting in touch with the senses of perception that we experience because of the nervous system. Beautiful. Lastly, let's think about the lymph and all of the fluids of the body. So we have lymph and synovial fluid. We also have cranial sacral fluid, tears, urine. All of that is just considered the fluids in Chinese medicine. They don't have a pump either. That lymph doesn't have a pump like the heart. So we want to move and shake so we can move that water. We could do this for much longer and really feel a powerful effect, but I think we've shaken enough to feel the vibration in the body as we slowly come to stillness. And close the eyes and follow the breath and feel Qi. And then we're going to tip our hands towards the earth, recognizing that earthly energy that rises up, that yin energy, which is creative and always manifesting, unfolding, expressing, giving. And then imagine your hands just like magnets grabbing and gathering all of that diverse energy, and then turning the hands over and feeling the sky above and all of that pours down from the heavens, the sunlight, the moonlight, the stars, stardust, starlight. And then inhale, gathering the clouds and the blue sky, and facing the palms towards the crown of the head, that point of 1,000 meanings. And we'll just do one cleanse through and just imagine taking that energy down like you're a plunger and taking all of the Qi that is no longer needed for us, that toxic Qi, down into the earth as we fill the body with beautiful light. And then we inhale and just drawing that yin energy up through the center, and then exhale, grounding. And this is sort of a coming to center, just dancing with the one yin and the one yang. And everything unfolds from this simple story. So we're going to do a purging exercise called channel dredging. And we'll begin with our hands behind us at the back body, right where the kidneys are. You're going to run down the backside of the legs into the earth and just throw that into the earth. And then inhale, coming up the inside of the legs, across the chest, throwing that up into the heavens. Coming down the backs of your arms, over your face. And then brushing down the backs of the legs into the earth, throw that in, and then again. So, that imagination and that representation of what's we're intending is really key. Coming down, brushing off, and releasing that into the earth, and then coming on up through the central channels, up into the sky. One more time, down. And then one more time, up. And then just letting the hands come straight down through center, spiraling the arms out, gathering in, and exhale. Again. And here's movement that's supporting these lungs as we bring the energy up. As we inhale, arms forward, and then opening, continuing that inhale. And then exhale, just settling down back into the earth. So we have this lung meridian that begins right at the dimple of our shoulder underneath our collarbone, opening to the hand, ground into the earth. Bring that yin energy up, moving again one more time. And down. Neutralize or come into balance here. And we'll work with the Taoist 5 simple practice of opening the arms. We have the palms down when we open the arms. And we flip the hands over and we bring the pinkies back towards each other. Flipping them over, inhaling and feeling that expanse. And it's a whole body experience. So even though we are moving the arms, and that's the obvious, feel your whole body expand. Like you are the ocean tides being drawn out and expanded by the pull of the moon, coming back in. And you can even open and come up on your tippy toes and expand to the ends of the universe. And exhaling, knowing that the full and complete exhale opens us up to a full and complete inhale. So we are gathering, but also regulating, feeling this balance of inhaling and opening, and how it's paired with that release. And bring the hands in towards your heart and down into the lower dantian. Sweeping the hands and drawing that energy up and down. And working with the kidneys, we'll take our one hand to the kidney and our other hand. So I have my right hand up and my left hand, at the back of my left hand is on the kidney. And it's called the water wheel, another Taoist 5 movement for the kidneys. So we want to imagine this beautiful, deep blue waters that we are collecting the energy, the qi from those deep blue waters. And then it comes down through our arm into the other arm into the kidneys. Smooth breath in and then exhaling. And just as I was saying, with the movement being the whole body, where if we had a body of water and we sloshed it around in a bowl, say, it's all moving in connection with each other. And there's nothing separate. Everything is interconnected. And we can feel that movement of earth rising and sky coming down. And the next time that we gather and bring this hand up, we're going to exchange the arms. And taking a deep breath here. Exhaling. And we can start tapping in, and it is your breath, your movement that is yours. So this inhaling, gathering is in sync with how you move. So you could be moving a lot slower or perhaps faster. Beautiful blue light. It's entering the inner chambers and then being released into the world. Next time our hand comes up in front of our forehead, we bring the hands together, right in front of the lower dantian, the sea of Qi, the elixir field. Taking a few breaths here. Maybe even feeling that blue and that luminous light swirling together. We're going to regulate this energy by focusing on the directions, the 8 directions. Actually, let's establish our the heart a bit, so we can also feel that field that surrounds us. Like I'm saying, the Wei Qi field. We're going to strengthen that through the vehicle of our heart in the Taoist 5 practice for the heart. So just imagine, we can even reach up and just ask the universe for a beautiful wall of ruby red light. And bring that in front of us. And we're going to swirl and bring our right hand to the top and our left hand below. And your movement is side to side, just like water, moving from the shore to the center. And we're going to sweep this bottom hand up and then press against this beautiful sphere of protection that is allowing for that which is healthy to come to us, that which is in alignment and harmonizing, keeping that which is not out. We move to the other side and press. I'm going to start doing this breath and movement. Use that power of your imagination to really feel that establishment of a beautiful shield that is not born out of fear, but out of trust. We're allowing these boundaries to expand around us so that there's more surface to touch, there's more to connect to. If we don't have good boundaries, it can get confusing. Let's do a few more times, sweeping that energy right through the heart and connecting that heart to all of that which is surrounding you and radiating from your center. And then we bring this back down and let us ground into the earth and draw the earth up into the space, the heart, throat, lower dantian. And now in this sphere, we're going to take this beautiful ball of light, rinse, and be curious. What does it look like? How does it feel? What are the colors that are calling to you or you're calling for, attracting? And then we're going to let that disperse. Bring that back into center, inhaling, and then exhale, let it rise up. Inhale, open. Yourself touch the edge of your territory that you care for, you steward. Bring it in. Let that energy flow towards you. Out. Settling down. And dispersing out. Inhale, gather. And exhale, rise. Inhale, open. And exhale, close. We come in. We go out. We settle down. And we dissolve. One more time, gathering. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Going in. Going out. Settling down. And dispersing. Bringing ourselves back to this point, this location. One more time here. So we'll do what's called the microcosmic orbit. having our hands, we're gonna envision energy going up the front from like the pubic bone up through the belly button, right through the central line of our face, over the crown of the head, and then pouring down the back body. I mean, even like as if you're about to sit down in a chair, tuck that tail a little bit. Inhale, feel that opening, rising up, which is called the conception channel or conception vessel, and then down the governing vessel down the back. I really appreciate this idea of our, what we're born into, what our conception, the situation at hand. And then we have this choice, our ability to govern this story. Mm-hmm. It's called Kuan Yin, and washes her face. And then the other direction, we flip that over, we move up the governing channel and down the conception channel. And here, these two channels are fire and water, in that work, that balance. Water can control fire. The fire stimulates water. The microcosmic orbit, aligning us and connecting us with the macrocosmic orbit. And then hands come down. Bring the hands around to the back. We're going to start packing the Qi in, starting with the kidneys, running down the yang channels of our back legs, coming around and tapping up the inside line. Here with some lymph, and then moving up, and we'll cross over, and let's just do one side. We'll come down with one hand and up the back side. And then we'll switch that. We'll go down, touching the armpit, so the hand on the back, tapping into the yang and yin meridians there. And then we're going to come around again, and we'll do it one more time, down the back body. Really feeling that energy when we smack the body. Let's go around the belly here a few times. So appreciating those organs that work so ceaselessly and in community for our benefit. And we're going to come up and we'll go down that arm, back arm, across the chest, down that. Okay, beautiful. And then we'll just take our hands and brush them across our head, running along. It's called 10 dragons run through the forest. And let's just run around the edge of our face, up the nose, up the nose, the bridge of the nose, to the rim of our hairline, down to the chin. Let's do a little tapping right below the eyes, and the sides, right at the corner of the brow, and the center of the brow. Shaking those hands out. We'll clap the hands and then rub. That clapping sort of clears the space. It wakes things up. Do that again. And the friction, rubbing that, warming up those channels, opening those channels. One more time. And then cup our hands over our eyes and just let the energy flow into our eyes from our hands. And the invocation that may we see as the divine sees, may we see the divine in all things. Bringing the hands over the ears and just letting them hover. Sometimes it's helpful, like you can feel the energy that's not visible. And then there's not the touch. And just let the energy of your hands warmth pour into your ears. The invocation that we may hear the divine in all things and hear the divine. Now listen for the divine. And then bringing our hands over our heart, tip of the tongue at the front of the palate, and feeling that sprout of the heart. The tongue is the sprout of the heart. And breathing into our heart and feeling our throat open. And visualize a beautiful point of light at the throat. And let that light become more concentrated and more radiant. And use this voice to express the divine. And bringing the hand down to the lower belly. Just a few times, letting that heart settle. And then hands on the lower belly, 3 little spirals, one direction and then the other, kind of calling it all into that lower dantian. And stepping the feet together, bringing the hands together, and then just bowing to one another and ourselves, the teachers, and the true teacher being ourselves. Okay. So I thank you. I'm going to put this together and I will share it in an email to you all. And many blessings to you. I hope that you really benefit from our efforts here today. Bye.